5 seconds. In Punjab National Bank versus Lakshmi Chand Rah AIR 2000 Madhya Pradesh 301-304, the High Court held that the provisions of the Act shall prevail in the matter of filing an appeal, and an appeal would not lie. Varinder Singh 2015 0409 10 23 CR number 6345 of 2013. I attest to the accuracy and integrity of this document. Punjab and Haryana High Court at Chandigarh, under the provisions of Section 96 CPC, Lok Adalat is conducted under an independent enactment, and once the award is made by Lok Adalat, the right of appeal shall be governed by the provisions of the Legal Service Authorities Act when it has been specifically bared under provisions of Section 21(2). No appeal can be filed against the award under Section 96 CPC. The Court further stated that it may incidentally be further seen that even the Code of Civil Procedure does not provide for an appeal under Section 96(3) against a consent decree. The Civil Procedure Code also intends that once a consent decree is passed by civil court, finality is attached to it. Such finality cannot be permitted to be destroyed, particularly under the Legal Services Authority Act, as it would amount to defeat the very aim and object of the Act which it has been enacted. Hence, we hold that the appeal filed is not maintainable. Honorable the Supreme Court in India Bank versus Maharashtra State Cooperative Marketing Federation Limited AIR 1998 SC 1952, while considering scope of Section 10 CPC, held as under Section 10 of the Code prohibits the court from proceeding with the trial of any suit in which the matter in issue is also directly and substantially in issue in a previously instituted suit, provided other conditions mentioned in the section are also satisfied. The word trial is no doubt of a very wide import, as pointed out by the High Court. In legal parlance, it means a judicial examination and determination of the issue in civil or criminal court by a competent tribunal. According to Webster Comprehensive Dictionary International Edition, it means the examination before a tribunal having assigned jurisdiction of the facts or law involved in an issue in order to determine that issue. According to Stroud's Judicial Dictionary, 5th edition, a trial is the conclusion by a competent tribunal of question in issue in legal proceedings, whether civil or criminal. Thus, in its widest sense, it would include all the proceedings rights from the stage of institution of a plaint in a civil case to the stage of final determination by a judgment and decree of the court. Whether the widest meaning should be given to the word trial or that it should be construed narrowly must necessarily depend upon the nature and Object of the Varinder Singh 2015 0409 10 23 CR number 6345 of 2003. I attest to the accuracy and integrity of this document Punjab and Haryana High Court at Chandigarh provision and the context in which it used. Section 10 of the Civil Procedure Code provides that no court shall proceed with the trial of any suit in which the matter in issue is also directly and substantially in issue in a previously instituted suit between the same parties of Varinder Singh 2015 0409 10 23 CR number 6345 of 2013 14. I attached to the accuracy and integrity of this document Punjab and Haryana High Court at Chandigarh between parties under whom they or any of them claim lightning under the same lit title where as such suit is pending in the same or any other court having jurisdiction to grant the relief claimed. The basic requirement for the application of Section 10 is pendency of two suits in which the parties are same or the parties in one suit are persons claiming title under the parties in the other suit. To attract Section 10, the matter in issue in one suit must be directly and substantially in issue in the other suit. The object of Section 10 of the Civil Procedure Code is to prevent courts of concurrent jurisdiction from simultaneously entertaining and adjudicating upon two suits in respect of the same subject matter between the same parties. It is intended to avoid conflicting decisions being rendered by different courts. One of the tests applied in the matter of stay under Section 10 of the Civil Procedure Code is whether the decision in one suit would operate as res judicata in the other suit. If so, applying Section 10 of the Civil Procedure Code, the subsequently instituted suit should be stayed, though the pendency of the appeal against the decree in the previously instituted suit can be treated as pendency of the suit once the suit is finally disposed of. There is no scope for applying Section 10 of the Civil Procedure Code. Pendency of the execution proceedings in the previously instituted suit is not a ground to stay the subsequent suit invoking Section 10 of the Civil Procedure Code. If the matter in issue was decided in the previously instituted suit, the writ petitioner could very well raise the plea of res judicata in the subsequent suit. If such a plea cannot be raised by the